Jason MacDonald, who has already defeated one Ultimate Fighter star, looks tonight to crush Chris Leben, the ultra-popular crippler, with that lethal left hook. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight matchup is brought to you by Science, extreme supplements for extreme athletes, available at GNC stores nationwide. Reach advantage enjoyed by the Canadian Jason MacDonald, who is 5 years older than the crippler Chris Leben. But Leben is the one who wants to be the big puncher tonight.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Steve Mazzagatti.
Steve Mazzagatti, our referee. There he is, the middleweight champion, the Spider, Anderson Silva.
All right, are you ready? You ready? Bring it on, come on.
And it's Leben and MacDonald, and we are underway. Much taller and lengthier is the 6'3", 185-pound Jason MacDonald.
He attempts a leg kick, Leben caught it, they go to the ground, and Rob MacDonald found out in his fight with Jason MacDonald that he's got some sick jiu-jitsu.
Leben definitely wants to be on the feet, and Leben loves to just kind of slug. He's old school.
Excuse me, not Rob MacDonald, I was incorrect.
Ed Herman with that submission triangle choke with Jason MacDonald. And the interesting thing about that fight is that Herman was coming off, you know, the disappointment of not winning in the Ultimate Fighter, so he was highly hyped then, Joe. And Jason MacDonald, like he said in our feature coming in the fight, he said, hey, man, I'm not going to be any stepping stone. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to beat some guys up.
He's very technical on the ground. You see he's controlling Chris Leben's posture very well, avoiding any damage in the guard. And as soon as Chris Leben postures up, he gets out of there. Look out for that power, though.
Looking to swing with that lethal left.
Chris Leben has bricks for hands.
Oh, caught him, though. The one thing Leben will tend to do, though, is keep those hands a little low, and Anderson Silva jumped all over it. He hangs them just a little bit low. We got to keep an eye out for that again tonight.
Well, he does leave openings. He's not the most technically sound striker, but he's a very hard striker, and he's got heart, and he stays in the pocket. When he gets hit, he doesn't pull away. He immediately fires back, and that's how he knocked out George Santiago. He took a shot, and in the counter shot is when he knocked out George. And I mean, he even talks about how he's got this button. If you hit him, he hits back. It's instant.
Stop!
And Ed Herman and he are, of course, training partners, so he wants to avenge his teammates' loss.
Steve Mazzagatti had separated those guys when MacDonald had Leben pressed up against the ropes, and I wasn't sure, the cage rather, and I wasn't sure why he did that. Now they're back into this position again. I think he's just thinking that there's not enough action there, but MacDonald's working very hard to try to take Chris Leben down.
He caught him with that foot stomp because now Leben trying to move that left leg. There's that clinch and control that we talked about. A page really out of Randy Couture's textbook.
Mazzagatti is closing in on them again. I hope he doesn't separate it because MacDonald's working very hard to try to take this down, and Chris Leben gets away from him.
And one thing he is making sure is that Jason MacDonald can't grab the fence behind Chris Leben.
Good leg kick by MacDonald and a counter by Leben.
You know, this fight is not that different than it is to a certain degree, but as far as the approach, if you will, Joe, of Randy Couture, Chuck Liddell, one where MacDonald wants to clinch and control so that his opponent can't swing fearlessly. And that's what Randy did a great job of. That's what MacDonald's trying to neutralize the swinging ability of Leben by controlling with the clinch.
What I've been just told is that Mazzagatti had separated them because Chris Leben had his fingers in Jason MacDonald's eyes, and he warned them. Elbow inside by MacDonald.
And again, trying to control with that clinch. And closing in is Jason MacDonald.
He's keeping the pressure on Chris Leben, pressing him up against the cage, forcing Leben to work. But he's also exerting a lot of energy in doing this. This is a big struggle here.
Stop, guys. Let's get off the fence. Back
off the fence they come.
Get ready. Fight!
And this is to Leben's advantage when they separate them. MacDonald would very much like to just go right back to the same spot, and that's what he tries to do there. Chris Leben with a big punch, tries a knee.
And uppercuts from Chris Leben.
Good job by MacDonald avoiding too much damage. Seemed very composed there. The thing about Leben, though, you feel that power. And
oh, good knee.
Very dangerous.
Pulling down and delivers another knee. It's not just the knee coming up, it's the head coming down with the knee and the power.
And good strikes by MacDonald as well.
MacDonald trying to utilize the strike to set up a clinch or a takedown.
Chris Leben has great takedown defense, though. I mean, training at Team Quest.
He's got really underrated ground top to bottom, doesn't he, Joe?
Yeah, yes, he does. I mean, he likes to talk about how he likes to knock guys out and bang them out, but he does have very good ground skills and off his back, which he showed in his fight with Edwin Deweese, which he won by armbar. And Edwin is a very experienced guy.
I mean, talk about going on a tear. Since the Ultimate Fighter 1, when he was defeated by Florian and Koscheck, Jason Thacker, Patrick Cote, Edwin Deweese, Jorge Rivera, Luigi Fioravanti, Jorge Santiago, George Santiago. The only one that he lost to is a man who may dominate at middleweight for a long time, Anderson Silva. Fine finish to round number 1 for Leben. Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf, two of the greatest tennis players of all time. Andre, of course, the Vegas native, here tonight at the UFC.
Yeah.
You gotta get the jump, Jay. When you're tired, Jay.
Back to normal, okay? Keep them long.
Don't sit there and hit with them. Don't let him get those those elbows in either. He's pushing it.
You've got to wrestle first. The only thing.
Who do you give the advantage in round 1 to?
Well, if you got to go with strikes, you got to go with Chris Leben. The only thing that Rob MacDonald was really able to do, Jason MacDonald was really able to do is press Leben up against the cage and try to initiate something off of his back, which didn't really work out so well. So I would give it to Chris Leben.
So Leben, in Joe's mind, gets round number 1. Jason MacDonald wants to continue to clinch and pressure. Try to throw down the cardio of Chris Leben. Second round. Leben in the red hair and the red trunks. High kick by the Canadian from Edmonton. The athlete Jason MacDonald in the white and black trunks. Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan. Oh, great delivery by Leben. Took the kick and then he takes MacDonald down.
Yeah, that's the second time he's done that. He did that in the first round as well. He's timing that. And he loves to ground and pound even from inside the guard. Jason MacDonald has nasty submissions off his back.
Caught him with an up kick. And now side control.
He's got side control and head and arm. He's trying to push the arms up towards MacDonald's head. See, he's trying to do that with his hips and his left arm. He's trying to force Jason MacDonald's right arm towards his head. MacDonald's rolling over. Let's see if Leben tries to take his back. Rolls him right back onto his back. Drops the elbow. MacDonald doing a good job rolling, trying to get into half guard here. He's got a Kimura, looks like, from the bottom, but he's got no control of the legs, but he uses it to get back up to his feet. Good job by Jason MacDonald. Nice knee.
A knee to the midsection by MacDonald to Leben, and Leben answered with a left to the face.
Constant pressure by MacDonald.
That is how you beat a guy like Chris Leben.
Yeah.
Constant pressure, constant control comes with that pressure.
Very good takedown defense, though, by Leben.
This is a great example of the maturation process of mixed martial arts. When we talk about Arlovsky and Petapano, two very differing styles. These are guys who are bettering themselves at the styles in which they are not accustomed to having in their arsenal early on. The ground guy becoming a guy who can do things on his feet. The man on his feet doing stuff on the ground. And Mazzagatti breaks him apart again. And every time he does, one would think advantage Leben. Oh, big left.
Same thing.
Yep.
It's almost like MacDonald is wanting him to do that so he can bring the fight to the ground.
Oh,
Ooh,
there's a knee
by Leben.
That was after a right by Jason MacDonald. The knees have been very well utilized here by Chris Leben.
There, relentless with his takedowns. Jason MacDonald finally gets Chris Leben to the ground. He's got him in half guard.
The athlete.
Now we're going to get to see what Jason MacDonald can do. He's on top here. I suspect you'd like to try to move this a little bit away from the cage, try to pass Chris Leben's guard.
Leben breathing through his mouth.
Leben's guard is wide open.
See if MacDonald goes for the pass here early.
Some guys like to hold on to that half guard, though, and even on top like to control it because they can use that leg to pin the guy down. They squeeze the leg tight and hold him down, especially with punches.
Jason MacDonald, ironically, lists his heroes as Lance Armstrong and Randy Couture. Randy Couture and Chris Leben spent a lot of hours and hours together in the gym up outside of Portland.
Chris Leben is holding that half guard in place with the lockdown. You see how he's got MacDonald's legs entangled in his. That keeps him from yanking his leg out, and it also allows Chris to try to manipulate Jason's body by throwing his hips up there like that, which he's trying to use for a sweep. MacDonald's trying to go for a guillotine on the left side. He's got his left arm deep into Chris's neck, but he doesn't have his right arm attached to his hand. Now he does.
Can he get it here?
He's got it deep. He's got it very deep.
Chris Leben?
He's got guard.
Can he choke Leben out? Leben is in trouble.
Oh, he's in deep trouble.
MacDonald trying to choke out Chris Leben.
He's turning him over. Chris Leben can easily go to sleep here. He's asleep. He's trying to tap.
And
he's out.
It is over.
Wow.
Jason MacDonald chokes out Chris Leben.
Wow. Like we said, if Jason MacDonald can get this fight to the ground, he has an advantage, and he proved it here. That was some beautiful jiu-jitsu by Jason MacDonald.
Leben would not tap, so MacDonald put him to sleep.
Very, very impressive.
He truly is no one's stepping stone.
Let the doctor have him for a while. Yeah, cool. All right.
Chris Angel in attendance here tonight. Star-studded house here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And MacDonald, the man, shining brightly right now.
Very, very impressive submissions from Jason MacDonald. Let's take a look at this again. Here, Jason's got the guillotine. He gets it in very, very deep here. You see how he utilizes his guard, slips that left leg out, and locks his legs together. That's tight. Squeezes down. Chris Leben's head is stuck in there. He rolls him over then onto his back. A horrible position. Chris Leben is tapping and going out at the same time. Fantastic submission victory by Jason MacDonald.
The athlete fired up 2-0 in the UFC. First Ed Herman, now his teammate Chris Leben. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 3 seconds of the second round due to a choke, declaring the winner, Jason, the athlete MacDonald.